So the first concept that we're going to cover is the basic structure of an atom. So an atom is made up of three particles, neutrons, protons and electrons. And as you'll be able to see in the diagram, protons and neutrons are found in the nucleus of the atom, which is the centre of the atom, and electrons are situated in the outer rings which surround the nucleus. This particular atom is beryllium, and this is identifiable because it has a total of 4 electrons in its shells. Now we're going to look at the properties of each particle that make up an atom. There are 3 characteristics by which you can distinguish each particle, as you'll see below in the table. Okay, so the first of which that we're going to discuss is the charge of the particle. So each particle carries a charge, and each 3 of these are all different. The second one is the mass of the particle, and finally it is the origin. Okay, so protons, they have a positive charge, neutrons don't carry a charge at all, and electrons have a negative charge. Both protons and neutrons have a mass of 1, electrons don't have a mass. Protons and neutrons can be found in the nucleus, and electrons are found in the outer shells. So we are now going to look at balancing equations, and an equation is simply showing the transition from reactants to products. And an equation must be balanced so that the number of a certain element is the same in both the reactants and the products. So to start with, here we have the word equation for water. Hydrogen plus oxygen equals or gives water. Here in the chemical equation, hydrogen and oxygen are always followed with the indices of 2 because they are diatomic molecules, basically meaning that they always travel in pairs. So on the reactant side of the equation, we can see we have 2 hydrogens and 2 oxygens. On the product side, we have 2 hydrogens but only 1 oxygen. As they must be equal or symmetrical on both sides, this equation is not yet balanced. So in order to get the oxygens to balance, we have to add a 2 here. So there are 2 oxygens on either side. However, the 2 now multiplies the hydrogen as well, giving 4. So we add another 2 on the reactant side over here, so the balance is equal. So now that we've tackled a simple equation, let's move on to something a little trickier. Here we have the formula for respiration, which shows the reactants of glucose and oxygen, giving the products of carbon dioxide and water. Under here I'm writing the chemical equation, and underneath showing the number of elements on each side of the equation for carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. As you'll be able to see in a second, this equation is not balanced and needs balancing. So the simplest way to tackle this is to firstly balance the carbon atoms and then the hydrogen and then the oxygen. So on the reactant side we have 6 carbon, and to balance this we just pop a 6 in front of the carbon on the other side. Here we have 12 hydrogen atoms and 2 on the other side, so to make 12 in the products just add a 6 in front of the H2O. Now both carbon and hydrogen are balanced. Finally, to balance the oxygen we just have a total of 18 on the product side, so we add a 6 in front of the O2 on the left, which gives 12, and added to the 6 oxygen in glucose gives 18, and a balanced equation.